Hey, Julian Cesc here. Welcome to another episode of Padel Smash Academy. And today we're going to be talking about the Summer Blues. Today we're having coffee at the Padel Club.
Yeah, with a little bit of gossip.
I like it.
And what do we mean by the Summer Blues, Jules?
Summer Blues, it's every single club, regardless where you are, Northeast. And right now we're in the Northeast or, Southeast or anywhere. You have high season and low season and how to deal with the lows. Usually here in the Northeast, it seems like summer comes and everybody spreads out, goes away to the country clubs and all that, and they go on vacation.
That's the norm. I think people go on vacation, right? It's a beautiful days out, so they're trying different things, boating, fishing, other activities.
That's in the Northeast. In Miami, it's empties it out. I mean, it's just everybody's gone, especially in July, August. I mean, everybody's going away.
At least 50% of the people in Miami that play paddle, that they have a second home, or outside in Europe or somewhere else. So, and they're also avoiding that humidity.
Yeah,
I mean that's kind of what I do. So they leave for a month or 2 months. I know that my daughter goes to school. And they go to school early so they can get out early because a lot of people, boom, they leave. So half her friends are, leave. So those people that are playing paddle, they're leaving. The other thing is the humidity, man.
No, well, the humidity, but the most important thing when we talk about summer blues is people are leaving, your revenue drops.
Yeah.
And they could drop up to some clubs 50%.
Yeah.
Especially if you're outdoors, Southeast, if you're in Arizona, Texas, if you have an outdoor club, it's 100 degrees outside. If you're in Texas, I was talking in Austin, they reach 100 degrees. I mean,
like you could feel your skin burning.
Yes.
It is.
Nobody wants to play on 100 degrees.
It's dangerous.
So,
it's dangerous.
Yeah. So your business is going to drop. So how do you readjust to that? How do you keep the club running? How do you generate more revenue? And how do you keep the coaches motivated? Because now the clinics go from 4 players per clinic to 1 player to 0 clinics. And I see it every day.
That's a tough one. I think right now, nobody has that formula. But what I can tell you is that based on your data, last couple of years, you can see what you're making, and it's budgeting there, for those summer blues.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to happen. Of course, when, paddle grows here in the USA, it will be less and less of that. But I think the best route is budgeting. You see what happened last year, budget based on that. That way you can get through those summer blues and you're not really stressing. Now, what do you do about the coaches?
Well, the coaches, it's you have to keep them on board.
So they still have their salary, but they're not maybe making as much commission.
Well, but I will say,
are they accustomed to that?
90% of the coaches, they work on an hourly base. So every time they step on the court, so now you get paid by the norm of the market is you get paid for how many players you get onto the court. So if you're doing a clinic with 4 players, you get paid more than if you do a clinic with 1 player. So now you're dropping your revenue per clinic by 30, 40, 50%. So that's a huge, hit on your pocket as a coach.
Yeah.
So,
everybody gets a summer blues.
Everybody gets a summer blues and everybody gets hurt. Some of our coaches, they go to the Hamptons to coach. They go on vacation. That's a great time for you to take a vacation.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, hey, go and visit your family.
So
that's a great way for you to,
So that's a good idea. I guess it's really where these people go to vacation and they're still playing paddle.
Yeah.
So following that same thing, as long as your club's okay with that, and I assume they're going to be because there's not enough business there, that you can do that for the summer, know. So that's a good plan, I guess, for coaches because
for coaches, But how do you deal with as a club owner?
Well, with a club owner, you're saving a little bit of that money when it comes to that salary. So maybe if he has a set schedule to go somewhere for a month or 45 days, you're saving some money.
Yes, but remember that you stop generating that revenue. You're paying that coach only when he gets 1 student.
Yeah, but you're not. It's the summer blues. You're not gonna get business anyways.
Yeah. Well, you get some business, but not as much. And you're dealing with the weather. It's very hot.
Yeah.
It's rainy in the southeast.
Even in the evening, it's humid. Still humid. Very humid. So the indoor clubs are benefiting. I believe that the people that are playing now, they're moving over to the indoor clubs.
Yeah,
because that's what I do. I
mean,
because it is just too unbearable. Even the evening is just too humid.
At Ultra, it's 80% of the clinics that are indoors. I mean, and actually the students, they only want to play indoors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're guaranteed to play. And I always, the ceiling, it's 20 something feet and all that. And some of them, they complain, but now they complain less because
of course
they prefer to sacrifice lower ceiling than 100 degrees out.
Of course, all day long.
So we get that exchange, but it's fine. So as a club owner, ideas. Try to start generating revenue with different resources, meaning yoga classes on the paddle court, Pilates classes. Try to be able to take that real estate, that you have on the paddle court that it's empty now, to create all other variables where you can attract people. Partner with a yoga studio or a Pilates studio close by. Hey, bring your students here. Let's look for a partnership.
So it's kind of being creative and kind of developing another I guess not necessarily sport, but another business within the summer until this paddle grows. Remember, if we only had 3 clubs still in Miami, it would still be packed right now. There wouldn't be Summer Blues. So right now, it's really the supply is more than the demand when it comes to the summer. But as paddle grows, you'll see less and less of the Summer Blues.
Yeah.
But as a club owner, manager, or CEO, you have to take an account to that because that's a reality.
And you have to be proactive too.
100%.
You have to be proactive.
100%.
How to fill those courts, corporate events,
Or not only
events.
that, is budgeting correctly.
Yeah.
So last year, you could see how much you've made. Okay, you need to budget and have a reserve for those Summer Blues, and then cut costs in those areas that you're not using. Let's just say the courts in the evenings. I mean, you don't have to have all the lights on. You can have every other light on the courts, or simple things like that to cut some of your costs.
One of the things that some of the clubs are exploring, it's Summer Blues discounts. Meaning reduce the cost of your rental, have wintertime, summertime, or create a summer pass. So that, during the summer, you get, let's say, all you can play for X amount of money.
I think the problem there is that it's not that people aren't, coming to play. There's not enough people. They leave, so there's not enough people. So all you're doing is just reducing the prices of people who are already coming. So I don't think you're going to get more people. I think people will go indoors. They'll still go indoors with, let's say, $35 a person. Then if they would play $20 outdoors, they'll say, forget it, I'll just pay the extra money.
I don't know. I mean, it's the summer pass. It's something that we've been thinking about it for the past couple of years to implement at Ultra, and I think it could work. We haven't done it yet, but it's you get that, let's say for June, July, August, you get those 3 months for all you can paddle for X amount of money. Let's say $200 outdoors anytime you want. You get that revenue coming in. You will get someone to buy that. Get on the hook and
the only ones that are going to do that are the ones already going. Because understand, you get a lot of people who are leaving. So I don't think it's only partial because of the heat, but the other partial is people going on vacation and doing other activities in the summer.
Yeah, but people don't go on vacation for 3 months.
No, but they're also doing other activities. I mean, it's a beautiful day. They're out boating. They're in the water. They're doing other things, not just paddle.
Well, here in the Northeast, probably, but in the
Southeast too. Because once you get to the fall, winter, in the beginning of spring, boating's big in Miami.
Yeah.
You're in the water, you're boating.
Yeah.
But in those times through hurricane season, you're boating less. So you're probably playing paddle. But during the summer times, you're going down the Keys, you're in the water. I mean, all your friends are going, so it's less time for paddle. And you're going away too, you know what I'm saying?
So to wrap it up, key things, Summer Blues, readjust your budget.
Yes.
Keep the coaches motivated. If they need to go on vacation, it's a great time for them to go on vacation, be creative, and creating other new revenues, corporate events, partnerships with yoga studios, Pilates studios, and all that. Bring more people to the club and create that vibe of the club.
100%, guys. Good luck on your summer blues, and we'll see you next Coffee and Talk.